The holiday season is rapidly approaching, and it's not uncommon for us to gain up to 10 pounds between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. But what if you don't want to put on some extra insulation? Is this how you want to start the new year off? What can we do about it? Well, my name is Dr. A, and welcome to my channel. I have been specializing in medical weight loss since 2009, and I will discuss this holiday dilemma shortly. If you find this information helpful, please be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share. My first recommendation regarding the holidays is simply being aware of food around us and recognize that seeing food in and of itself can be a trigger to eat. For instance, how many times does a coworker have a basket of candy on their desk that seems to call out to us every time we walk by? Or, not that long ago, I had a company rep come to my office with a package of cookies in tow, and I found myself gravitating towards them, and then I realized that they needed to be out of sight. So sites of temptation include holiday parties, the office, friends' homes, and even your own kitchen. Thus, I should either place these treats in a room that I'm less likely to enter, I should avoid the lunchroom altogether as this is the kingdom of calorie-dense baked goods, or I should invite someone else to take those goodies home. In other words, address the visual trigger of seeing food. This is known as stimulus control, and the idea is out of sight, out of mind. Also, if you choose to bake goodies for friends, remember that the goodies are for your friends and not for you. In other words, resist the urge to sample your masterpieces. Maybe delegate that responsibility to a younger child. But the goal is to make them inaccessible to you as quickly as possible, again, being mindful of the visual triggers and stimulus control. Next, you want to do a little self-monitoring and preparation. Knowing that these temptations exist, it is important to be vigilant and stay focused on your goals and make wise choices regarding portion sizes. For instance, if a cake is being served and you want to indulge, you don't have to claim the largest piece. Maybe take a smaller piece, or maybe share your piece with another person. That way you can still enjoy the treat, but using a little bit of wisdom. In addition, I encourage patients to strategize in advance how they're going to handle themselves when there are several food choices available, such as what is often seen on things like a Thanksgiving buffet. Understand that there is an unconscious urge to taste everything that's set before you, and so plan accordingly. First of all, prepare your own plate. That helps control what's there to begin with. And then I personally recommend that if patients want to try everything, limit themselves to just 1 tablespoon of each item rather than a full serving. You don't have to get the measuring cups out, but you get the idea. And so this will help prevent people from overindulging by having large portions of several foods, and instead they can have just a tiny portion of the several foods. In addition, if you are going to a holiday event, avoid going on an empty stomach. Have a snack first so you're less hungry and less likely to overdo it when you get there. You also want to monitor your emotions. The holidays can be an emotionally painful time, especially if you recently lost a loved one. However, filling that void with food isn't going to change anything other than your waistline. So try to fill that void with supportive friends and family instead. This is a much healthier alternative. In addition, you want to prepare for the weather and understand that we reach for comfort foods when the weather turns cold. We might like to enjoy warmer, comforting foods. I know I myself like hot chocolate when it gets cold, but then I stop myself and think about the extra calories that would come from a beverage, and often, but not always, I decline. So a good strategy to help is to be sure to dress appropriately for the colder weather and stick to your normal eating pattern. Carb loading to stay warm is not the goal unless you are trying to self-insulate instead of wearing a coat. So also managing your social situation is important. In addition to being mindful of portion sizes, it's also important to understand the power of alcohol. Not only does alcohol encourage people to do things they wouldn't do under normal circumstances, but alcohol actually has calories. And as a matter of fact, the only macronutrient more calorie dense than alcohol is fat. Alcohol has 7 calories per gram, whereas carbohydrates and protein only have 4 calories per gram. Fat, on the other hand, has 9 calories per gram. So you can see that alcohol is a powerful source of calories. In addition, consuming alcohol tends to make people want to eat more, and I've had so many patients testify to this. Their social environment might encourage this, or it might simply be the result of impaired executive function. So just understand that alcohol consumption can contribute to weight gain in several ways. Not that you can't have it, just understand what it can do. Last but definitely not least, remember the true meaning of the holidays and focus on family and friends, not food. It is important to be thankful, but that does not mean we need to try to fill out a Santa suit unless you're looking for a part-time job. Enjoy the season and be wise. So to conclude, understand that seeing food in and of itself can be a trigger to eat. Thus, out of sight, out of mind is a good strategy, whether this is at home, at the office, or in your kitchen whipping up masterpieces. Do some self-monitoring and be deliberate about how much food you put on your plate. Since seeing the food will make you want to eat it, put an appropriate amount of food on your plate to begin with and resist the urge to go back for seconds. You might have to go to a different room where you can no longer see the food, but that might be a good strategy. Also monitor your emotions and prepare for the weather and know how it can affect our eating habits. Pay attention to the social cues and understand the power of alcohol. Not only is it calorie dense, but people tend to eat more when consuming alcohol. So if you or someone you know are just looking to lose weight, I would be happy to partner with you. Again, I've been specializing in medical weight loss since 2009, and we are taking new patients. We offer in-person and televisits in Central Ohio. So give us a call at 614-442-2600 or visit www.prohealthservices.org today. Now imagine for a moment if we worked together and come Valentine's Day 2025, not only did you not gain the typical 10 pounds from the holidays, but you actually lost weight. Your clothes are feeling better, you have more energy, you're sleeping better, you can move around easier, and overall you just feel great. I would love to help you get there. So again, give us a call at 614-442-2600 or visit www.prohealthservices.org today. Bye for now.